And talking about tips and ideas, this is fantastic looking. Imagine yourself having a house like this. This is just like a prototype of what this young man we'll be chatting with can do. He's an architectural designer. He's NJENJI Richard. Hi, Richard.
Hello.
Have a big smile on your face and come over here. We have a lot to chat about.
Yeah.
Understanding how come you're just in year one in the university and you're able to do that. That's amazing already. But first off, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me as your guest.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing great. So, architectural designing, what does that mean?
Well, it's the act of designing building that enhances our standard of living. You know?
Okay.
So, designing building of such can equally bring development in some areas of our lives.
What do you need to do something like this?
Well, before I do something like this, I need to first of all do the conception of the building.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Getting some coordinate on how the building is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I use my software called the CAD software used to design. That is mostly used by architects to design a building, and later on I use cartoons and colored papers to design a building like this.
Those are cartoons and colored papers?
Yes, I did.
Ah,
but
nice
before I do this, I need to do the colors and print it out and arrange the building out like this.
What inspired you, Richard, to get into something like this? We don't see this every day from young people like yourself.
Indeed, you don't. Well, what really inspired me is I found a problem because I've been working in the site. I found a problem that architects and clients always face in site, whereby a client comes to the site when his building is being realized and found out that what they're doing is not what he wants, or they've not read his idea so perfectly.
Yeah.
So as an architect, when you present something like this to your clients, he has probably, when you present a 2D plan is just a drawing that adds X and Y coordinates of the drawing.
Okay.
When you present a 2D plan to your client, probably he won't understand that plan or read the plan too well. Not that
maybe he doesn't understand it.
Good. He doesn't understand it. So when you present something of this nature to your client,
it's clear.
It's clear, and it's really, it tells you what you have really read all his mind.
Yes.
So when he's realizing his building, he already knows what his building or what his building is going to look like.
How did you start gaining interest in architecture?
Well, at the age of 16, when I started developing my inspiration for design, I kind of started doing my research on some architects around the world, and I found out about some top architects, Andrew Smith, who is, I currently love his design, and he's kind of my mentor. Yeah. He's the world's best designer. He's the one who designed the tallest building in the world.
For now, because you're coming up and you'll be the best.
Yeah, I'll be the best in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's really what inspired me to do the design and finding that problem at the site. So I wanted to add to the civil engineering domain something like this as well.
Then you're young. People your age are on Facebook right now, hopefully watching Cameron Feeling or doing other dubious things.
For sure.
What pushes you to go for something like this, even researching online? That spirit, I want you to explain it. So a young man lying on his bed at this hour will wake up and make something of their lives. Well,
as a young Cameroonian, I get to see a word by Alibaba who says 97% of people who give up are employed by 3% of people who don't quit. So I want to be amongst those 3%.
Yes.
A job seeker, not a job giver. Provider,
yes.
Not a job seeker actually. So that's really kind of what inspired me. Reason why I'm setting up a team. That's a little company of mine that will be out to design the building like this.
Yes.
And that company as well will be doing it's a group of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You know, so we are still kind of building up our team. Yes, and we'll have a meeting on that.
Yeah.
So we do graphic designing, software development, web development, anything that got to do with design. So that's what we do. So as a young person, achieving my goal in a young age is my priority right now.
What's your age again?
21 years old right now.
21 years.
Yeah.
And you, 22, you're still sleeping. Definitely wake up and be inspired by his story. Yeah. But then you must have been facing some challenges. Tell us about how you've been able to surmount these challenges.
Well, getting the coordinates on how the building might look like. So, you know, various houses have different shapes, different kind of design. Not all houses have the same design. So trying to figure out how your design might look like is kind of a problem, or a little problem, not an issue. Anyway. So trying to find out how your designs will look like, and the materials that you're going to use, so much that might suit the environment where you're going to build out your design. Because when you want to do a design, you need to get some coordinate.
Yes.
You need to get the coordinate of the environment where you live, where the building is going to situate, where the building is going to be built. So you need to get those coordinates to know how your design is going to fit into that environment.
Okay.
So getting those coordinates is kind of a little problem. And getting the material, the perfect material that is going to be used to design your building as
to represent it in the most accurate form.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, now for those who are like, I would want an architectural designer to do something for me, about how much can be the range cost?
Well, it's not that expensive. Yeah.
Let me hear.
It's not that expensive. Getting a design like this might cost you probably 500,000, depending on the kind of design you want to realize.
Okay.
Not all design have the same price, you know.
How long did it take you to do something like this?
Well, it took me 2 months, but I did not work. Some days I did not work. I was kind of figuring what to do the next day. So it took me 2 months exactly, and I started on the 7th of September. And I finished on the 20th of November. That was last month. Do
you have any social media handles? Because we would like to see more of what you do.
Yeah, I have a page, Facebook page called NJENJI Design. Yeah, you can find me there. On Twitter, you can find me. NJENJI Richard is my name on Twitter. On Instagram, and on TikTok and all the rest.
All social media platforms. You can find him and his work. NJENJI Richard Architectural Designer at 21. He's thinking ahead. In the future, you'll be the best. And you come back here to tell us all about it and say, it started in Cameroon here.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much for receiving me.